You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
All right, you guys, get a mic check as we come in here real quick. Let me know if we good. We'll get right into this video, man. And Tatum, man, you going out sad, dog. This is sad, bro. I mean, he is, from what I'm seeing, seriously trying to attach himself to this case. And I think I figured out what's going on with Officer Tatum, ex-officer, top flight Tatum. He has been going in on Ben Crump, the mother, and the entire, team over there. And I think I know why now. I think I have it figured out right now, you guys. And I believe that Tatum has been doing this because they didn't pay him no attention. Let me repeat myself again. They didn't pay him any attention, right? So them not paying him no attention, I believe that set him off. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And then we're going to get into how the mama just cooked his ass, man. This dude is done, bro. And he know he done. He's doing anything he can to hang on and to stay relevant. It's sad that you will have people like this that would do this, even though he knows the mother's going through something that none of these other parents are going through. Tatum is sad what he's doing. He's truly sad what he's doing. And he knows what he's doing, man. He knows what he's doing, but he's done. So basically, you guys, Tatum put this out. This is the whole reason why I believe that he has taken this stance. Tatum has just revealed that he wrote Ben Crump and the family from the beginning and tried to request an interview with them. Well, why they need to talk with you? What do they need to talk with you for? I mean, who is you? Who made you king? Who died and made you king? That people need to come talk to you, Tatum. So Tatum releases this and he says, I wrote them on July the 16th, right? At 9:30 a.m. And this is the letter that he said that they wrote. Dear Media Relations Team, I hope you're doing well. I'm reaching out on behalf of the Officer Tatum Show to invite Attorney Ben Crump to join Brandon for a discussion regarding the Nolan Wells case. The Officer Tatum Show reaches millions of viewers each month across YouTube, podcast platform, and social media, with a combined audience of more than 3 million subscribers and followers. Given the public interest surrounding the case, we believe our audience would benefit from hearing Mr. Crump's perspective directly. You a damn lie. All you've done is talk down on this man and bash this man. What you mean, your audience? Nobody in your audience likes Ben Crump. Stop the cap and stop being disingenuous, man. Stop the cap. This is why the mama stir-fried your ass. We're gonna get into that in just a second. The mama dismissed your ass. We're gonna get into that in just a second. Talking about something, we believe our audience would benefit from hearing Mr. Crump's perspective directly. What you mean? Your audience hates him. Your audience dislikes him. How do I know? Go look in every comment section of yours from when you started talking about Nolan Wells. From the day they got Ben Crump. Go look at everybody in your comment section and what they have been saying about Ben Crump, man. You guys are disingenuous and y'all sad, but that's okay. I'm a stir fry. So it says, Officer Tatum values respectful conversations and welcomes dialogue with guests from a variety of backgrounds and viewpoints. He would appreciate the opportunity to give Mr. Crump a platform to speak directly to our audience and share his thoughts on the case. The interview will be conducted via video call, lasts approximately 30 minutes, and we are happy to work around Mr. Crump's schedule to accommodate the availability. Please let us know if there's any interest in coordinating an appearance. Thank you for your time and consideration. Why does officer, ex-officer, patrol officer, Brandon Tatum think that Ben Crump would want to come talk with you after all you've done on your YouTube channel? And I have it all documented here. After all you've done on your YouTube channel is talk about these people like a dog. All you've done is criticize and talk, and then you're gonna be you're gonna be disingenuous and say you think your audience would be you think your audience would be receptive to anything Ben Crump say? Ben Crump was not gonna go over to your channel, play games with you, and have you try to humiliate him on your channel, dog. He wasn't gonna do that. And I already showed y'all the dude numbers was down before he started talking about Nolan Wells. All of a sudden, this man done did 1,000 Nolan Wells videos. But he want to talk about is Ben Crump looking for money. Peep game now. So this dude gonna come on today. What a disgrace, bro. Bro, I'm gonna just say something, bro. The mother lost a son, dog. Why is you going in on this woman and their family like this, bro? I want y'all to just think about this. The mother lost a son. Why would you even continue to dig at these people knowing how much pain the parents got to be going through, bro? You're a sad person. And this is why the mama cooked your ass. And we're going to get to that right now. The mama cooked his ass, y'all. So this is what Tatum said. And we're going to break down what he said, man. This dude, hey, I'm telling y'all, bro, when y'all told me about this dude, I thought Jason Whitlock was bad. He's on Jason Whitlock's level, bro.
Same. And the way I look at the support or people that support me is that you're supporting at the level in which God has blessed you to be able to support. So I appreciate all of you guys exactly the same. I love you.
See, what is he doing? I want to show y'all something. See, this is how you expose these. Yo, I swear to God, bro. Tatum, call me. I'll take that tab any day of the week, dog. Call me, dog. Call me, dog. Because, see, you can't say. See, I'm going to tell y'all the difference between me and everybody else. Tatum can't say, I'm on bullshit, because I'm not out here saying nobody murdered that boy. I'm saying let's wait and see the facts. But you know what else I'm not saying, Tatum? I'm not saying that bullshit you saying. So you can't come attack me like, oh, well, you just one of them ones. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But I know one thing. I'm not trying to play what you trying to play. And I see what you trying to play, dog. And what you trying to play, that's a dirty game, brother. You came out, Tatum, before I even get into this video, because I tell y'all what the mama did to him. You came out, Tatum, and you said that Ben Crump and them was fishing for money. But don't y'all know that today, in his live stream that he just did, you know what Tatum started off the stream by doing? Look at your screen, y'all. Talking about money. Talking about money. Talking about money. Yeah, man. Because see, got the rookie level, officer level, SWAT level, and we got the deputy chief. And look at this, y'all. Look at this. But he's saying that Ben Crump and them are coming around from, I want y'all to really understand the psychology of this. Understand the psychology of this. He have ran a campaign talking about why y'all went to go get Ben Crump. I'm exposing his ass. Then you tried to interview Ben Crump. And when Ben Crump didn't interview with you, you went haywire on the whole family. I got all the videos right here. You went haywire on that family for the last 2 weeks. What's today's date, y'all? Today is what, y'all? Today is the 31st of July. When was this letter written, y'all? This letter was written on the 16th of July. After this letter was written on the 16th of July to Ben Crump and their team requesting an interview, when Ben Crump and them did not interview, RoboCop came out and look at the last 13 days. Look at the last 13 days. Right? It's been all this. Look. 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 So, Tatum, I want to ask you, is it because Ben Crump seen what you were and didn't want to talk to you? The reason for all of this? Right? Is that the reason? Ben Crump gets blasted at the line because he didn't want to do that interview with you, bro? Is that why? Look at this, y'all. Look at this, y'all. Y'all see this. It's right here in front of y'all face. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. But he gonna talk about Ben Crump and them looking for money when this dude went on his live stream just now during a stream about Nolan Wells talking about money. Talking about money. And to be a disgrace. And to say, I'm gonna lay light on the mother. I swear to God, you are sick. You bro, you a disgrace, man. You a disgrace, man. Remember when I told y'all this? So he tried to go at Ben Crump and make it seem like Ben Crump and them all about money. But this guy is on his channel saying this, y'all. Listen. Listen to how he sell his pitch for his money, y'all. His tier levels. Listen, y'all.
Keep fighting a good fight. God has blessed you to be able to support. So I appreciate all of you guys exactly the same. I love you. And it's because of you that I keep fighting a good fight. Make sure you download the podcast, The Officer Tatum Show on.
Hold on. Let's go back to what he said again. We got to get to this. Listen one more time, y'all.
You're good.
Listen one more time.
You're a rookie or whether you have promoted all the way up to deputy chief. I really appreciate you. I love you guys the same. And the way I look at the support or people that support me is that you're supporting at the level in which God has blessed you to be able to support. So I appreciate all of you guys.
See how they try to use that God stuff? You're supporting me at the level that God bless you. Hold on, man. But you said that Ben Crump is weaseling for money, but you're doing live streams, videos, talking about Nolan Wells' death, promoting your money peers and statuses and talking about, yeah, you know, I really appreciate you guys, man, and God bless you and all this other stuff. Bro, dude, you a clown, bro. And we see through you, bro. Let me get back to this. So then he goes at the mom. But the mom, he's mad because the mama shoe flied his ass. Let's keep going, y'all.
That's exactly the same. I love you. And it's because of you that I keep fighting a good fight. Make sure you download the podcast, The Officer Tatum Show on on the podcast network, and also my Substack. I write Substacks on all the major things that I cover for those who love or rather read than look at the video or just audio. But let's get into the first topic. And I need to clarify this, or not clarify. I just want to establish this because in my mind, let me tell you guys this. I'm thinking of my cousin and my mama and my auntie and them watching this stuff and watching these people talk about me. And I feel
watching these people talk about you, Negro, you started talking about them. They didn't care who you were. You're trying to play the victim now, dog. They did not care who you were. Ben Crump did not care about you. The mother did not care that you existed. The father did not know you existed. They did not care about you before you interjected yourself into their family business. You. Nobody asked for you. You interjected yourself. Top flight security of the world, Craig. I'ma shine somebody. You interjected yourself into their business. Now you making it seem like somebody messing with you, dog. Make it make sense. You went in on Ben Crump talking about money, but you start a podcast with Nolan Wells talking about money for yourself and your platform. Make it make sense. Let's keep going.
Like, it's more of the lies that are put out there versus what the truth is. Let me just real quickly.
Like when you said that the boys are taking a lie detector test, right? Right? Did you not say that? What happened on Nancy Grace? Did you not say that? Okay, let's keep going.
Debunk a few things and let you guys know how I even got involved in this in the first place.
You got involved because you interjected yourself. You interjected yourself. You got involved because your team wrote Ben Crump. And they ain't want to F with you, bruh. So when that happened, now we see all these videos. Explain that to us, Tatum. This is the last 2 weeks since they didn't give you that interview, bruh. Look at all of these videos you've made on this family and these people, bro. Look at it. This man has done over 40 videos, damn near, on Nolan Wells. Nobody asked you to be RoboCop. Nobody asked for top flight security of the world to come in and do what the family didn't ask for you. They asked for people who were down there with information. They didn't ask you.
And I'm going to demand an apology for some of these people who are out here lying on my name.
Who's lying? Who's lying? Who's lying on your name? You criticized Ben Crump and his involvement, made it seem as if his involvement was about money, even though you go on your streams talking about money. You initiated contact with them. They didn't want to talk to you. And for the last couple of weeks, you have been on a tear talking about this family on your channel. These are facts, buddy. These are facts. Do you see it? Now, you want to come acting like you got smoke with the mama. Something wrong with this dude.
Putting DL, some of these other fools, Benjamin Crump, they're all.
Benjamin Crump. Ben Crump ain't even said nothing about you, dog. What has Ben Crump did to you? Because he didn't want to do an interview with you? Is that why? You talk about Ben Crump. What did Ben Crump? Ben Crump didn't even want to sit down with you, bro. You think you somebody important, and you're not. Right? Why you think they contacted you, bro? Make it make sense. Why you think they contacted you, Tatum? And I'm talking about the other side. Bro, this dude is disgusting. Let's keep going, man.
Lying to you guys and being disingenuous about my position in this. First and foremost, let me show you guys evidence that I reached out to Benjamin Crump before I ever heard from Nicole, Warren, any of these people.
Right. And you got rejected. You reached out to them, and they didn't want to F with you. They didn't want to F with you. And after that, on July the 16th, when you reached out to them, and they didn't want to F with you, look on your channel, brother. You've been on a tear against these people for the last 2 weeks. You've been on a tear. You even was on your show the other night talking about, Yeah, they trying to get something set up with me and Ben to go one-on-one. We know what you're doing. If I was Ben, I would never talk to you. I would never talk to you one-on-one. One dude is legendary, and another dude, yeah, whatever. I would never talk to you if I was Ben Crump. Me, I'm willing to rump with you all day, nigga. I'm willing to rump with you all day. Cause you messing with these people, parents who lost that. And y'all, everybody who been subscribed to my channel, y'all know from day one, I don't respect people coming at parents of these people who lost their son, bro. It's not cool, man. That shit ain't cool, bro. They literally lost their son, bro. And you got people on here like Tatum, top flight security of the world, Craig, gonna come out here. And the reason why he mad today is because the mama gave him what he was looking for.
I didn't even hear from them.
Right. You didn't hear from them because they're not that important. They don't care about you. So why you keep bothering people who don't give a fuck about you, dog? They don't want nothing to do with you, bruh. Is that why you mad? Then he gonna talk about I had to hold back on the month. Oh, you nigga, go. Let's go, y'all.
I had no idea that they even wanted to talk to me. They messaged us, and I'll show you the email here in a second. But they messaged us on a communication thing. I forget what is it called? Contact form. We reached out to Benjamin Crump and them first. And they refused to talk to me. Let me show you the email. I think we got to pull it up right here. I'm going to read it to you. It says, Dear Media Relations Team, and this is directly at press@bencrump.com. And the reason we know this is his email because they responded to us after the 5th time, claiming that they didn't want to do any interviews, yet they went on Cuomo, and they also went on Don Lemon just recently.
They didn't want to interview with you, Buster Rhymes. They didn't want to interview with you. Period. They seen what type of time you on, man. They don't rock with you, bro. You act like you somebody important, bro. You do the same thing Jason Whitlock do. You guys agitate to get attention, bro. That's what you do. This is the same shit that Jason Whitlock did to Deion Sanders. Kept agitating him, trying to get a response. Then the mama, she basically stepped on your name today, and you mad about that. Let's get to that.
But let me read you what we said, and you tell me if this reasonable, fair, and that this should be reasonable for them to at least respond to us the first 4 times.
At least respond to you. Nigga, you ain't know. Who does this dude think he is? Who does Tatum think that he is? This is insane to me, y'all. Who does he think he is? He keep bothering these people family for what?
All right, this is the first thing that we said. We said, Dear Media Relations Team, I hope that you're doing well. I'm reaching out on behalf of the Officer Tatum, and this is my show director reaching out to them. Reaching out on behalf of the Officer Tatum show to invite Benjamin Crump, or attorney Ben Crump, to join Brandon for a discussion regarding the Nolan Wells case. The Officer Tatum show reaches millions of viewers each month across YouTube, podcast platforms, and social media, with a combined audience of more than 3 million subscribers and followers. Given the public interest surrounding this case, we believe our audience would benefit from hearing Mr. Crump's perspective directly. We believe our audience wants to hear.
Your audience don't like Ben Crump. You a lie. Your audience has talked shit about Ben Crump like a dog. Y'all don't have to believe me. Go back and look in the videos. Go look in the comments of all of his videos and see the shit they've been talking about Ben Crump. Look at all of the shit they've been talking about Ben Crump, and he's gonna talk about some. Yo, man, they was really interested in you. No, we know what you want to do, bro. We know what you want to do, man. Y'all don't see what he's trying to do? He do the same shit Jason Whitlock do. Aggravate somebody so much until they get so much publicity that they finally get your attention. This is the same thing Jason Whitlock did to Deion Sanders. talk about a man that's not talking about you at all, and just keep talking about him, keep hating and talking about him until you get somebody's attention, right? Nobody asked this dude to be the police officer for this case. Nobody. Why is this man acting like he is the end all be all in this investigation? You are not official police, nigga. You quit. Period. Jay Reed.
From Benjamin Crump and his perspective, to give him the same opportunity, the same dignity to present to you guys just as well as I gave the boys that reached out to us. Let me continue. Officer Tatum values respectful conversations and welcomes dialogue with guests from a variety of backgrounds.
How you gonna give him dignity when all you've done on your channel is talk down on Ben Crump? Is that dignity? All you've done on your channel is talk down on Ben Crump. How you gonna give him dignity, dog? When all you've done is talk about him like a dog, man. All he's done is talk about Ben Crump like a dog. But he think that him saying, yo, I was just trying to give you some dignity. Bro, cut it out, man. Ben Crump is not an idiot. He saw what you on, bro. And they wasn't rocking with you, bro. Period. They wasn't rocking with you, dog. They wasn't.
And viewpoints. He would appreciate the opportunity to give Mr. Crump a platform to speak directly to his audience and share.
He don't need a platform. This is the thing you don't understand. Ben Crump don't need your platform. Ben Crump got a platform that's way bigger than yours. Buster Rhymes, he got a platform that's way bigger than yours. Right? This nigga up there looking like a low budget Mo 3. RIP to Mo 3. Waiting for ass nigga. Look at him, man. Ben Crump don't need you. Ben Crump can go be on national TV, Buster. He can get on, Ben Crump can literally get on any major network he wants to. He don't need you. You act like somebody needs you. Then you gonna get mad at the mama. The mama shoe flied your ass. Remember what Jamie Foxx said in the gym? Shoe fly don't bother me. And you was mad that the mama shoe flied your ass. That really made you mad. She made you irrelevant.
His thoughts on the case. The interview would be conducted via video call, lasts approximately 30 minutes, and we are happy to work around Mr. Crump's schedule.
Now think about this. See, this is how y'all know he disingenuous, right? He talking about, yeah, the interview will be a video call, but you was willing to fly down to good old Mississippi to interview them boys. Do y'all not catch my drift? Do y'all not catch my drift? He was willing to fly down to Mississippi for them boys. But Ben Crump, man, we willing to do a video interview, man. No. Why you ain't get your ass up and fly your ass out there? Do y'all not see how I psychologically break this stuff down to y'all? Because I see right what this guy's doing, man. It's this guy. You literally, bro, listen, anything that mama say right now, she going through it, my nigga. For you to say what you saying, bro, when she going through the worst time of her life.
Accommodate his availability. Please let us know if there's any interest in coordinating an appearance. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Now, do y'all not hear this? Thank you for your time and consideration. This man really think, this motherfucker think he's the black Walter Cronkite or some shit. Something is wrong with this guy.
They know it's coming from me. We have an official email where they can attach the domain to.
He said they know it's coming from me. We have an official domain. They don't care about you. Who the fuck is you? He really keep acting like he's just that ninja. The reason why people are talking about you, bro, is because you're comedy relief. You getting cooked, bro. That's the reason why people are talking about you, bro. Cause you're comedy relief, man. You comedy hour, bro. At the Comic View.
Legitimacy on our show. So there's no Gmail or nothing like that. We have an official email. They responded to us, just so you know, on the 5th try and said they don't want to interview.
Right. They're not rocking with you. So when they said they're not rocking with you, walk out. Just step away, nigga. Just leave. We ain't rocking with you. Just leave, nigga. Just walk out. Walk out. You couldn't do that though. Was your pride hurt?
After they've seen 4 attempts. And that is proving, go back, let's put the date out there for people. So they know that we are clearly telling you the truth. July the 16th at 9:30 a.m. Now let's go to the first time we got anything from Warren's stepmother. Let's go to that. So my executive assistant reached out or sent the message to Grant, my show director and producer. She said, "Hi team."
Now y'all notice this, right? I ain't even show y'all, right? Y'all know, and Tatum thinks Ben Crump already told y'all that he don't trust what's going on in Mississippi. This man have a non-black crew, right? And thinks that Ben Crump and what he's saying, right? Now listen to what I'm saying to y'all now. Because you got to look at the people he hired around him. Where's all the black people you hiring around you, Officer Tatum? Show me any of them. Show me some diversity, man. Because all I seen was, it looked like the girl was white and the dude was white. I ain't seen no black folks working in your orbit. Show it to us, man. Show it to us. Because I'm going to tell you the truth, man. You think Ben Crump feel comfortable in your comment section with the shit they're saying about him and about the family in your comment section? You a disingenuous cat. Let's keep going.
Received this last night via our event forms, which is really not the form that a person would reach out to us on. They would reach out to us on the contact form, but this is the events form. It says, "Not sure if this is legitimate, but assume something we should follow up on. Please advise." So she sent a screenshot, which we redacted because we don't want anybody's personal information out there. It was a screenshot of the form and the contact information from Warren's stepmother. Then my executive assistant, who is incredible and absolutely brilliant, did her due diligence and said, from what I see online, she is indeed the stepmother of one of the boys involved in this case. And we put her name in there, that she's Ashley. My producer, show director, who's incredible at his job, said, "Calling her now." What time is this? This was sent to us at 9:33 a.m. on the 17th, which is nearly a full 24 hours. And then we see Grant here at 10:22.
So think about this, y'all. It's so ironic that he contacted, I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. It's so ironic that he contacted Ben Crump on the 16th, and Ben Crump didn't want to do the interview. But then he claims that out of the blue, that the judge, Ashley, and them contacted him on the 17th. This is what he claims. He claims he contacted Ben Crump on the 16th. He contacted Ben Crump. But then he claims that on the 17th, that Judge Ashley contacted him. What kind of coincidence is that? 24 hours later, out of the blue, after you contacted Ben Crump and it failed, did they just contact you? Boy, this dude right here, hey man, if y'all don't see what I'm showing y'all, man, and what I'm putting on y'all, man, this is crazy.
AM said, "I'm going to call her. I'll call her now." Now let's go to the call log. This is Ms. Cole in our in Grant's phone. This is the phone call that occurred on 7/17/2026 at 10:23, which is a minute after he told my executive assistant that he would give her a call. The call lasted.
Man, that's quite amazing that Ben Crump turned down your interview on the 16th. that you say you invited him on, but then you said, unprovoked, that Judge Ashley wrote you on the 17th, willing to talk. Make it make sense.
8 minutes, as you can see. Now, how in the world are people?
And think about this, y'all. Out of all the places, and I'm gonna ether this dude, ether his ass. Out of all the places that Judge Ashley and the sons could have went, they could have went to Megyn Kelly first. They could have went to Sean Hannity first. They could have went to any one of the news stations first and gave the exclusive. But they come out of the blue, 24 hours later, according to him, to Officer Brandon Tatum. Think about what I just said. They could have went anywhere and did an interview, but they out of the blue, they just came to you, dog. They just hit you 24 hours out of nowhere after you tried to get Ben Crump on your show. Man, I tell y'all, bro, this guy right here, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm glad I wasn't nowhere near any street when he was a cop. I promise you this.
Out here saying that Officer Tatum only picked one side. Officer Tatum was just going out and looking out for the white man and looking out for the boys. I have never reached out to them to talk to them at all. I did reach out to Benjamin Crump. They ended up reaching out to me. That's why I accepted. Let me come.
Now, he gonna get to the mama. And this is where I got a problem. Because you disrespecting, nigga. And the mama going through some shit. You shouldn't even said the mama name, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Real talk, man. The way Tatum talking, man. Bro, the father, you know what that father probably going through? When I look at that father, y'all, that father lost a piece of his soul, man. That father he ain't never gonna be the same again, man. That father, do y'all see that? Do y'all watch that father, bro? That father look like somebody just snatched his heart out of his chest, bro. He'll never be the same again, bro. And you got a dude like this on the internet, bro, that's talking crazy, man. You gotta, I hope that Tatum, that father, bro, I'm telling you, man, he can't even look at the camera straight, bro. He can't even look at the father can't even, he can't even fathom to get himself and put himself together half his time because of the sadness that's amongst his heart. And you out here playing fucking games, bro. Talking on his wife, my nigga. After they just lost their son, nigga, you out of pocket, nigga. You out of pocket, my nigga. You out of pocket, man. Listen to what he said, y'all.
The temperature down, have a conversation. And then I'm gonna show you Don Lemon Juice and Nolan's mother talking about me on his show. And then we're gonna just
She didn't talk about you. She said she didn't want to talk about you, and that's it. That's it. But you want to talk about her. That's really what you want. But you gonna try and flip it and play reverse psychology. Shit don't work over here, dog.
completely wipe the floor with D.L. Hughley, Mr. Wash-Up comedian. Okay, but let me just give you guys a quick synopsis of how this happened. I laid the foundation on how I started. Benjamin Crump never responded to me. They reached out to me. I said, okay, I'll give you guys an opportunity. Let's talk. Let's, and I had to vet them and make sure that they weren't sitting there lying to me.
Now, he said he had to vet the boys. How did he vet the boys, y'all, if all of the public information from the investigation is private? It's sealed. Don't y'all know that nobody, the medical examiners, nobody can leak that information? It is illegal. It is illegal in the state of Mississippi for the medical examiner or anybody to leak any information before the grand jury puts it out. It's illegal. They can't even leak the autopsy or the toxicology. It's illegal in Mississippi. Illegal. Somehow, one time over here, is going to sit up here and tell y'all he vetted the boys. Before, how do you vet somebody if you are not a part of the active investigation? How could you verify their claims before going down there? Because that's what he said. How could you do that? Peep what he say, y'all. And smash the like button. Peep what he say.
And making up stories on my platform, and they had to vet me to make sure that I'm a legitimate podcaster, that I'm going to give the boys at least credence if they're on my show telling their story. We fly out there. We had no promise of an interview with none of the kids. The first day we got there, and I said this on TMZ, the first day we got there, we were invited to a dinner. We sat down at the dinner. There were a few boys, their parents, and I think one of the attorneys was there, and we sat down and had a dinner. They did not want to discuss details of the case with us at the dinner. We did, however, because one of the parents was zealous enough to say, look, man, just look at maybe two things that the person had, because they were eager to be like, they're lying about our kids. Look at this, they lying. And so we had maybe like a couple items like that.
Who's lying? He said they lying about the kids, but Ben Crump has not accused. Neither has the mother accused any of the kids of murder. I want to explain this to y'all again. I can't say this enough. Ben Crump, the mother nor the father, has not accused any of those kids of murder. It's been these capping ass content creators without no legitimate evidence that's been running around here blaming people for, and accusing people of murder, and they haven't even seen the full autopsy or the toxicology. So you can't put that on the mama, the daddy, or Ben Crump, because neither one of them, and the only thing that's important is what they say. Neither one of them have accused any of those boys of murder at all. At all. But you ignore that part though.
That occurred during the dinner, and during the dinner, and people try to act like these families are. One of the moms was crying because of what this had done to the community, not only for her children but for Nolan. They knew Nolan. They were friends with Nolan. She's crying at the fact that this has all happened when this was Nolan's friends. And so that's how the dinner went. Moving forward, we went to Horn Island. We got more information from the other boys that were accused initially. I didn't talk to every single person that's involved in this. I only talked to 4 boys. 5 boys, if you add Tristan. So the 4 boys they originally accused, we talked to them, had some conversations. We went to...
Now think about this, y'all. Them boys ain't did no interview with nobody else. Out of the blue, they find Tatum. Make it make sense. They could have went to any major media platform and released their side of the story. But they went to Tatum. And y'all don't think that's strange that they just picked Tatum, a black content creator, out of everybody else? Why do you think they picked you, Tatum? Tatum, you really think they picked you because your show was just popping, huh? Make it make sense. Why do you think that they picked you? Why? Make it make sense, Tatum. Don't act like you don't know why.
Horn Island, some things were described. They didn't want to be on camera. They didn't want to give us a statement, and I was fine with that. And then, when I say statement, meaning on camera, then we went to the Airbnb that we had scheduled. We set up the thing. Eventually, they said, okay, Warren is going to give an interview. We said, all right, we already ready for him. Come give the interview. Warren was there. His lawyer was there. And then there was other people that was in Warren's team that was in another room separate from where we did the podcast. And I would argue they couldn't hear because it was way on the other side of the Airbnb. So
how do you know what they could hear they couldn't hear? Now, you talking about what they could hear they couldn't hear. Oh, I don't think they could hear because it was on the other side of the Airbnb. Nigga, you don't know what they could hear they couldn't hear. Once again, you thinking for somebody else, speaking for somebody else. Let's keep going.
With that being said, we did the interview with Warren. Before we started the interview, Tristan came over. I talked to Tracy and Warren before all that, and they were just talking. I don't know what happened, so I'm not interjecting anything. I'm just listening. And Tracy is saying a lot of incredible things that Warren was not privy to because Warren and Tracy weren't on the same boat. They didn't come in and they didn't leave together. However, they are friends that share a same community friend group. Let's move forward. We interview Warren. Interview is over. We come back and we were like, okay, none of the other boys want to come interview, which I would have liked for all of them to be there at the same time because they all got different pieces of the puzzle to put together because they were in different places at different times in part. Then we go, let's just interview Tracy while he's here. He's here. He seems like a very genuine young man.
Why would you interview somebody who had nothing to do with the case? Tracy wasn't even there. Why interview him? He wasn't even there. Why you think the parents felt the way, bro? I want y'all to think about this. This is psychology, yo. If Tracy was not there at all, what is the point of interviewing him? What does he have to do with this case? Everybody, y'all have to think about what I'm saying to y'all. If Tracy had nothing to do, why would you interview somebody who had nothing to do with the case? Why? Why? What was the point of you interviewing Tracy? He had nothing to do with this. He wasn't even there, according to you. Why would he be important to interview if he was not there? He couldn't give you any information about that day. Let's keep going.
Just see what he has to say. I could not rehearse any of these things because I don't know none of what happened. I've only heard Benjamin Crump them side. So I'm asking basic questions. If you watch the interview, I'm just asking basic questions of them. Like, well, do you know how did you get the phone? Why was his phone left on the boat? I'm asking basic questions that a journalist would ask of them, and they gave me an answer. Now, I will say this. I verified nearly everything that they were telling me before I did the interview.
Game over. Didn't I tell y'all this? They always expose themselves. They always expose themselves. How did Tatum verify everything these boys were saying before he did an interview if he's not privy to any information of the case? How could Tatum, let me repeat this to y'all one more time. How could Officer Tatum verify, right, their stories before they came if he's not privy to the investigation? Think about this is a sealed investigation. Everybody on YouTube got mad at me in the black community because I told y'all these people walk around here talking about somebody got murdered and they don't even have a cause of death. So we don't even know what caused him to die yet, even though we will. Think about what I just said. But Tatum is telling y'all he vetted these boys before he went to. How did you vet information if you are not privy to the information on a private sealed investigation that the parents can't even get information about because they sealed the files? How? Who gave you this information for you to verify before you went down there and talked to him? Peep everything he say. Do never put this dude in the room with me. It will be ether. It will be ether. He said he verified everything they said before he went to. How could he do that if he is not an active police officer? He is not privy to any of the private sealed information in the case. So you're telling me Tatum has information that the parents can't even get from the investigation because it's sealed? Peep game. Peep game. And if I was the parent, and Ben Crump, if y'all hear this video, because I know y'all be listening, Ben Crump, subpoena the full, raw, unedited video from his interview with all them people. Subpoena that shit. He had to have a raw copy Before they put those interviews up, they have a raw, full copy, unedited. They need to subpoena the full, raw, unedited copies of those interviews. Straight up. They need to do that today. This man said that he vetted before he went. How could he do that when the case is sealed? When the case is sealed. Think about what I'm, listen once again. This is why the mama don't want nothing to do with you, nigga.
And basic questions that a journalist would ask of them, and they gave me an answer. Now, I will say this. I verified nearly everything that they were telling me before I did the interview.
Before I did the interview. Can y'all understand this? How could he verify everything they was telling him before he did the interview? If he said he was just asking them random questions during the interview, how would you know what to verify? And how did you get that information, Tatum? Tatum needs to be put in this. He needs to be subpoenaed and sworn under oath, under penalty of perjury, to how he got that information. Period. I want everybody to listen to what I'm telling y'all. Ben Crump, the mama and the daddy are on the internet crying because they cannot get information. But somehow, Roy Jones Jr. over here getting all the info. Man, let's keep going.
Because I was not going to go down to Mississippi and interview somebody that I haven't vetted that will sit on my podcast and tell a flat out lie.
Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? Are you serious, dog? Are y'all not hearing what I'm telling y'all with this dude? Are y'all not hearing what I'm telling y'all about this guy? Bro, they be letting anybody become cops. Listen to what I'm telling y'all, bro. This man said he vetted them before he went. How could you vet people you don't know? And the information they're gonna tell you, if you or nobody, let me tell y'all this right now. Nobody on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, the mama, the daddy, Ben Crump, none of these people, none of them have access to the hidden information of the Nolan Wells investigation. Why? Because it is under seal. So how in the God's green earth can top flight security of the world, Craig, Tatum, be able to verify any information as correct? Make it make. I swear to God, y'all ever put me in a room with this dude, it'll be ether, a massacre, and a debate. I promise y'all this. Because as soon as I ask him that, he gonna have to go into another lie. Or he gonna have to expose who he got that information from. The feds should grand jury him immediately. He is a former cop that's out here claiming to have verified information on an open death investigation. He should be grand juried immediately. He should be subpoenaed and grand juried immediately and forced to testify under oath under the penalty of perjury to his claims of him saying he verified when the case has been sealed. Peep game now. Let's keep going.
Let me just put this in perspective. I was not going to accept Warren or anybody to get on my podcast and say I didn't have nothing to do with anything. Blah 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 blah. And then after the podcast, the investigation yielded that they were primary suspects in killing.
So he know for a fact that they're not in the case. I want y'all to think about this. How does he know this? The case is sealed. How does Tatum know this if the case information is sealed? This is what everybody got to understand. It is illegal for the state of Mississippi, the coroner, any of these people, the police department, anybody, to leak evidence or leak any information in an ongoing investigation. And Tatum, if you listening, step up, punk. Step up. Be a man. Be a man. Stand on that, boy. I want that. I want that, nigga. I want that. I promise you I want that, boy. Because I see all these other people, they don't know how to come at. I know how to get right at you. I know how to get right at you.
Nolan Wells, you think I'm stupid enough to have somebody on there saying I'll let on my platform? I don't need the interview.
You don't need the interview, but you asked and damn near begged Ben Crump for an interview. You admitted you wrote them 4 times for an interview. But you don't need interviews. Do y'all not see what I'm talking about, man? This is how you psychologically, mentally, and spiritually break these guys down. Now listen to where he get mad at the mama, though. He get ready to get mad at the mama. Listen.
I'm already doing my thing. I had already been talking about the case before talking to anybody. And
I had already been talking about the case, bro. Most of your videos came after you requested Ben Crump. We got it right here on the screen that I had already had up. What are you talking about, dog? So then you aimed your ire at this boy's mama.
And my coverage is premier. So when they were talking to me and giving me information before the show and at Horn Island and stuff, they showing me. I say, well, where's do you got evidence of this stuff? Yeah, right here. This is when I called Nolan's mom. Here's when I called her twice. Here's when I called the Coast Guard. Here's us coordinating together to go search for and helping me search for Nolan the next day. Here's who came with me. Here's all of our testimony. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow. We went out to Horn Island on the boat. They said, this is where we docked from. They showed me video of everybody getting on that boat, which we shared. And then we get on the boat, we go out there. We went the same path that they went. We went to Horn Island. They told me exactly where they believed they were at and what was going on. They showed me video of them there and what was going on. Amateur photos or amateur video, which we shared on social media. So y'all have access to all of that, or at least most of what they had. Some things it had other people in it. We couldn't show it because they're not associated and they don't deserve to be doxxed. And then we had it permitted.
What do you mean they're not associated? Hold on, y'all. Do y'all not hear this? He said, he literally told y'all he got video they held back. He need to be subpoenaed and grand jury right now. They need to subpoena him right now. That information is going to be sent to a grand jury. He just admitted, y'all, on tape that they got other people on video. And he's protecting them because he said they had to do. Who's to tell you they had nothing to do with it? Who told you that? As far as I'm concerned, everybody out there could have been a witness. He telling y'all this. And I be telling my people, what I be telling y'all this stuff, man. He straight up, he need to be subpoenaed in grand jury tonight. He literally telling y'all that he got video, but nah, It's other people ain't got nothing. How in the blue FUC double K can you rule out anybody that's in any of them videos? If I'm the parents right now, please somebody, y'all share this video. Send this video to Ben Crump and the Nolan Wells. Y'all tag this video on X, Twitter. Send it. I'm telling y'all this. Everybody's listening to this. They are not watching what I'm telling y'all, bro. This man just said on an open live stream that he got videos of other people that's out there, but he don't want to show them because he says they want to. How do he know that? He is not a part of this investigation. How do he know that? Listen again. This is the most damning information. Ben, Mama, Daddy, I hope y'all listening to this video. I swear to God, I hope somebody put y'all ear on this. We got over 1,000 some people in here listening. I hope y'all listening, man. It should be 25,000 listening to this video, bro. This man just said today, RoboCop, just said today that they have more videos, but he himself is excluding those people. I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody that was on that goddamn Horn Island can be considered a witness. I don't give a bleep about nobody's information out. If they out there, they could be a potential witness. And this man is claiming to have evidence. Let me play that again. This was his words, not mine.
Some things it had other people in it, we couldn't show it because they're not.
Are you listening to that? Listen again.
Which we shared on social media, so they get on that boat, which we shared. And then we get on the boat, we go out there, we went the same path that they went. We went to Horn Island, they told me exactly where they believed they were at and what was going on. They showed me video of them there and what was going on. Amateur photos or amateur video, which we shared on social media, so y'all have access to all of that, or at least most of what they had. Some things it had other people in it, we couldn't show it because they are not associated and they don't deserve to be doxxed. And then we didn't have their permission to share.
He said what? He said it's other people that's in that video. That is literally definition of potential obstruction of justice. Please, somebody in the comment section, please y'all clip this shit, man. I swear to God, please clip this, man. Please clip this, bro, on everything I love from y'all. On everything I love. Everybody that was out there, bro, that day is considered a witness. Period. And to the people who say stop believing, I won't not believe it. He just admitted that he had video. If you can have every video, nobody in this case that was out there that day should be protected from being a witness, period. Unless it turns into a murder investigation. Right now, it's a death investigation. Everybody that was on Horn Island that day at that time is a witness until proven otherwise and should be considered one. This man said that he didn't want to expose. This is a former cop. This is an ex-cop telling y'all this. When you have a death investigation, nobody get X'd out. Nobody. Talking about he can't dox the names. What? Let me play that again. Y'all, please clip this. Everybody that's in here, please, I pray to y'all, Send this to Ben Crump and them. They need to grand jury this ex-cop. Please, bro. Y'all need to send this to Ben Crump and his teams. Email, text, everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to what he just said again. This is an ex-cop admitting in an open death investigation where everybody that was on that island that day at the time that Nolan was there could be considered a witness until they're ruled out. Listen to what he said.
They showed me video of them there and what was going on, amateur photos or amateur video, which we shared on social media, so y'all have access to all of that, or at least most of what they had. Some things it had other people in it, we couldn't show it.
Why you had other people you couldn't show it? Do y'all not hear what he just said? He said some of the things that had other people we couldn't show it. What you mean? What are you talking about? Is he admitting to withholding evidence? Is that what he's doing? Listen, I'm telling y'all this. Listen, bro, to what this man just said.
Which we shared on social media. They showed me video of them there and what was going on, amateur photos or amateur video, which we shared on social media, so y'all have access to all of that, or at least most of what they had. Some things it had other people in it, we couldn't show it because they are not associated, and they don't deserve to be doxxed. And then we didn't have it.
Who said they're not associated? What active police officer said that anybody that's on that video is not associated, bro? Bro, this shit made me even more mad right now, bro. Remember Ben Crump told y'all somebody knows something? This man is telling y'all, send this to this man mama. Send that to Well's mama. This man he need to be grand juried immediately. He needs to be subpoenaed immediately. Him and all of those videos, unredacted. They need to identify everybody they can that was on the island that day to question every single person. And this man is telling y'all that he had video that he redacted out. That is illegal dinamofo. Listen.
They get on that boat, which we shared. And then we get on the boat, we go out there, we went the same path that they went. We went to Horn Island, they told me exactly where they believed they were at and what was going on. They showed me video of them there and what was going on, amateur photos or amateur video, which we shared on social media, so y'all have access to all of that, or at least most of what they had. Some things it had other people in it, we couldn't show it because they are not associated, and they don't deserve to be doxxed. And then we didn't have permission to share it. And then we go back.
You didn't have permission from who to share it? From who? You didn't have permission from who to share it?
And they explained the bills pump and all that other stuff and what was happening and how they were sinking. And they were explaining all these boat terms that everybody that have ever ridden a boat or advocates of boat, you know exactly what they're talking about. But they were saying how I was taking on water and how I was water up to the batteries and all of this other stuff. And they had to be towed out to get on plane, which means that once they get to a certain point, the water can begin to be dumped out. And as they keep going, it pulls the water out the back and all this other stuff that I have no idea because I never ridden on a boat except that one time. So they're explaining all this and they're explaining where they got towed to and that they were here. And then once they got up to speed, they could go here. And then you can see on the GPS tracking in the Life 360 is that they were towed at a slow speed. And then all of a sudden they pick up normal speed. And that's because they had fixed the issue and they ended up going where they needed to go. They showed me where they all were going to congregate at and have a party with Nolan and everybody else. They showed me all of these different components.
I'm sorry, y'all. He's done, bro. I'm sorry, man. This dude, bro. I'm sorry, you guys, man. This dude, he is sketchy. He needs to be subpoenaed, grand jury right now, y'all. Right now.
And then we go do an interview. And there was nothing in the interview, I think, that caught me by surprise because they had to show evidence to a lot of the things that they were being accused of. Lawyer was sitting right there in the room. So people don't understand that aspect of it. Now, I've said enough. Let me get to Don Lemonhead and Nolan's mother.
Now, see? Now, here's what we came in this video about. Why is you talking about this man's mother, bro? The man's mother said she don't want nothing to do with you. She let it be known So you didn't think she was sneak dissing you. She said, I don't want nothing to do with Brandon Tatum. The mother lied. She passed away. Her son is not alive. Why are you bothering this woman? Let her be, bro. Let her be, bro. But that's not good enough for you, is it? Top flight Tatum.
I'm gonna be respectful to his mama. But I do have criticisms. When you watch this video, you're gonna see why I have criticisms. Roll the clip.
When you talk about all the things that have been spread, there is this officer, I hate mentioning his name, a former officer who's a far right wing, who's been doing the interviews and has been saying, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on Brandon Tatum. No.
She ain't even call him officer. That's why he mad. She called him Brandon Tatum. She ain't even call him. She ain't had no respect for you, boy. She called you Brandon Tatum, man. She ain't even call you. Did y'all peep that? She ain't even call this man officer. She says, we ain't worried about Brandon Tatum. Facts. 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 Listen, y'all.
Time out. Do you guys find that kind of suspicious or interesting that Don Lemon said, I'm not going to mention his name? Fair enough. If you don't want to give a person publicity, if you don't believe they're legitimate, you won't say the person's name. He said, I'm not going to say his name is this officer, right? Then mom gets on, and you would think she would say, I'm not talking about that dude. He's irrelevant. He's not worth my time. I'm not talking about this guy you talking about either. Why would she say Brandon Tatum? She put my full name out there. And in my personal opinion, she wants people who hate me to come out and...
What do you mean people who hate you? She never said anything about that. You gaslighting, dog. She never said anything about somebody that hates you. You're gaslighting, and you're playing the victim. She ethered you and wouldn't even acknowledge you as an officer or ex-officer or anything. And you gaslighting her by saying you think that she's trying. See, this is what he's doing, y'all. He's playing reverse psychology. This shit don't work on me. I'm too smart for this guy. Look at this, y'all. Listen to what he did again.
This guy you talking about either. Why would she say Brandon Tatum? She put my full...
Because that's your name, nigga. You got your name on social media. That's your name. You put your name on social media. That's your name. What are you talking about? That is your name. Right? Think about this, y'all. He was in his feelings that she called that nigga Brandon Tatum.
Name out there. And in my personal opinion, she wants people who hate me to come out and know who I am and search me and do all that other stuff.
Search you? See, this nigga's capping. Everybody knows what your name is, bro. What are you talking about? Bro, this dude is disgusting, man. Bro, this is a dangerous dude, man. He's a dangerous dude, bro. See how she cooked him in one line and he was hot and bothered? He going after a woman who lost her 18-year-old son, y'all. And this man is going after this woman, bro. What type talking about something he thinks she's trying? Bro, this dude is disgusting. He's disgusting, man. That's sad, bro. That is disgusting right there, bro.
But refuse to address specific things that they're saying that I'm saying. And they have never addressed.
They don't need to address anything you're saying. You are not a part of the case, dog. You're not a part of the case. You are not a police officer. That's why she called you Brandon Tatum, period. You're not a cop. You ain't even security. You don't have anything to do with this case. You have interjected yourself in this situation because you tried to interview them. Nobody asked you for nothing. They didn't ask you for donations. They didn't ask you to help. You have literally put yourself in this situation, and then you want to gaslight her. This dude is insane. This is disgraceful, man. And for that man to know that woman lost her son, for him to even come out and open his lips.
Some of the things that the boys have said. You have not heard them address the phone thing. You have not addressed them because Warren said that he told Nolan's mother that he had the cell phone and the keys. They have not said that he lied about it. They won't even talk about it. It came up on Chris Cuomo, and you guys will see that shortly. It came up on Chris Cuomo, and they pivoted. They didn't even address what Cuomo said. They just pivoted to something else. All right, continue.
I respect that, and that's the right answer for everybody. I believe that. I feel like because I mentioned him, I'm like, why did I even mention him? Because he doesn't deserve a platform.
No, he does not.
Right. The mama Eastered you. She said you don't even deserve a platform, bro. She's right. She's really right, dog. Because what you doing proves it.
So let's talk about the people, the young men that he's been interviewing. They're saying they're his best friends. Some of them you said that you don't know. One of them even said, "Oh, Nolan would be outraged by the way his parents are handling this." And I'm like, wait, what? Like, why on earth would somebody go on and say that about a grieving family? But go.
Again, distraction. We're not even going to address them or that man. We only want the truth. Again, at the end of the day, I'm going to say it like I've been saying it. The only question we have is what happened to Nolan. That's what we need to know. That's it. That's all.
When you're talking about all this,
hold on, talk about Mama. I got a question for you. With all due respect,
bro, something's wrong with this guy. She don't want to talk to you, bro. I want y'all to think about this. Imagine if you a man and a lady tell you, "Yo, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want nothing to do with you," and you keep trying to talk to this woman. Something is seriously wrong with you, brother. That you have something seriously wrong. the woman telling, see, I have some real questions about Tatum. Because the woman told you she don't want to talk to you. Imagine this, y'all. Imagine a woman telling you that she don't want to talk to you. She don't want nothing to do with you. And you still say, "Oh, mama, but I got a question." No. Nigga, she told you, leave me alone. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, dog? Nigga over here looking like Boogie Cousins. What's wrong with you? She wants nothing to do with you. Leave her alone, brother. She already told, that should have been the end of it. Once she said she don't want nothing to do with you, cool, that's it. The woman lost her son. Why the hell is you keep going? Think about that, y'all. She don't respect you. She don't believe you deserve a platform. She don't want to do with you. She must have really hurt this man's feelings. Because he keep going. He keep going.
Then, if you want to know what happened to Nolan, did your attorney not talk to me before I ever talked to the other?
Talk to you? Nigga, who the fuck is you? Who is you, nigga? Who are you? You are not an active police officer. You are not on this case. You are not an investigator. You didn't work on the island. You didn't work on the rescue team. You wasn't a traffic cop. You wasn't even working security that day. You wasn't a lifeguard. You didn't go to rescue the boat. You wasn't even a witness in the water. Who are you that they need to report to you? This is weird activity in the year of 2026. I got serious questions about this guy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bro, I've never seen nothing like this before in my entire life, bro.
Side. All right, we passed that point. How come when Nicole or Ashley reached out to you via text, which she showed me, which we posted online, that you didn't respond to Warren's mother?
She don't have, listen, hold on. Once again, bro. She don't owe you nothing. Why is this guy acting like he hold reign over this woman? Well, why y'all didn't talk to me? Nigga, who is you? Are you an undercover on the case? Are you an undercover? Are you deep cover? You talking like you got all this information. You've been saying somebody gave you a name. Boy, I tell y'all, man. You said that you got videos, some of them that you couldn't put out. What you mean? Bro, yo, man. Yo, man. Yo, man. Yo, man. That's, bro, I don't, listen. And this is why I want everybody to hear this that's listening to my video, bro. You guys have all thought I've been trying to not be on the side of this at a third as far as the brother. It's not that. In this case, y'all, you have to be on an even keel until we have the evidence. Once the official evidence is released, then you will hear me scrutinize and talk about how I feel. How can I talk about something and they ain't even released the evidence? So I can't give you an honest opinion because I don't have the toxicology, which I told y'all that and the autopsy means everything. I told you guys that's the roadmap to wherever the investigation may have led. That autopsy and that toxicology, that is the road. I've been telling y'all this shit. Everybody thought I was lying. Nobody knows. That's why I tell y'all, everybody coming on YouTube saying, oh, they did this, they did it. Nobody knows what's going on yet. Nobody, it was 400 people out there on that island. Nobody knows until the official information is put out to where we can look and decipher, okay, all right, we don't like this, but this might be true. Okay, but I understand then. So the question is, and they're not hiding it. This is the one thing y'all got to understand. Normal investigations take this long because an autopsy, once again, and a toxicology report takes 3 to 4 weeks to come back. So normally, when an investigation is ongoing, you can't even tell how a person died until you have the autopsy and the toxicology, right? So now that they got the autopsy and the toxicology, now the investigation will stream upward because now they have a landmark for what they're looking for now. Because the toxicology is going to tell us what was in his system. The autopsy is going to tell us, along with the toxicology, how he died. Whether he died before he got in the water or when he was in the water. Remember, everybody's running around here saying, oh, they killed him in the water. We don't know that. The toxicology could prove something completely different. And don't say, oh, I won't believe that story, because guess what? Ben Crump and them get the toxicology too, or their own back. So they can't say something's in the toxicology that's not, because Ben Crump and them getting the same toxicology back from the independent investigators. The toxicology is already back. It ain't taking them 12 weeks. So the woman who said the toxicology can take up to 12 weeks, they got it back right now. The state has the toxicology and they got the autopsy right now. That's why I'm telling y'all. The fact that they have not presented it to a grand jury, it lets me know they're looking at something. Because as soon as the toxicology and the autopsy came out, if it's nothing else to look at, they would have already presented it to the grand jury. Peep what I'm telling y'all now. So they obviously got to be looking at something, because that toxicology in the autopsy is going to give you the roadmap. It's going to lead you in a direction to how he passed away. Right? So now, once you know how he passed away or what caused him to die, now we can see how this investigation is going to lead. So they have that information. So let's say they interviewed 1,000 people. Well, now, since they got the toxicology and the autopsy back, now they can use that as their roadmap to see, okay, let's see what, okay, this is what this story right here kind of sounds on point to what we heard or what video evidence shows. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all this. Y'all don't understand that. And people keep saying they're not saying nothing, bro. They're not going to say nothing right now when it's an investigation, brother. If the people would have came out, I told y'all this morning, early this morning at 7 a.m., I told y'all this. If the people would have came out and did an investigation in 1 week, y'all would have said, oh, it's a bullshit investigation. They didn't care. If they take their time, y'all will say, oh, they trying to stall it out. Make your mind up, nigga. They have to do a thorough investigation to make sure, first of all, that they get the person, if somebody's responsible, who they looking for. Period. That's why I'm telling everybody we have to wait, because as soon as that toxicology and as soon as that autopsy come out, now everybody gonna know how he died. Now, what if all these people on YouTube are saying, yo, they murdered him, but he didn't die because of being drowned? Then that destroys all these people's lives on YouTube. Think about what I said to y'all. Think about what I said, right? Because remember, Ben Crump team, they get back to toxicology of their own too. Listen, they get back their own toxicology too. So they're going to be able to see what was in Nolan's system. Like I told y'all. That's why I've been telling y'all the autopsy and the toxicology is everything in this case. Everything. Everything. It's going to tell us, did he die drowning or did he die from a different reason? Right? Think about what I just said. Nobody knows. Nobody knows if Nolan left and went off for somebody and then they came back with him and boom. Nobody knows this. We don't know if it's an accident. We don't know. That's why I told everybody, sit down and just be quiet and wait until at least they release their findings so we can say, oh, okay, let's see what it is now. Now, once they release their official findings and we see the cause of death, think about what I just told y'all this. And to the lady who said a drowning would have already been established, no, you're not. You don't understand this, ma'am. Because it would be by what form? Then if you say drowning, you would have to say how? Accidental? Purposely? Then they would have to find that. See what I'm saying? So y'all don't understand this. Y'all don't understand. That's why I be telling people, everybody ready to jump off the cliff and don't know what the hell they talking about without a parachute. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. That's why I'm telling y'all, Tatum is a damn fool. He's out here talking about all, like he know all this shit. He acting like he got the answer, Sway, and he ain't even involved in the case. He's not even investigating the case. So how is he getting information privy to the case? Think about what I just told y'all this. And to Penny who said they did it, Penny, you don't know that. This is, Penny, listen. I want y'all to listen to what I said to y'all. Ben Crump team is going to get the autopsy back. I mean, they're going to get the, Ben Crump's team is going to get the toxicology back. The toxicology report can tell us that if Nolan died from a different way. If Nolan had something, if there was something that caused him to die that was in his system other than drowning, the toxicology is going to tell us. That's why the toxicology is so important. Then if that's the case, now we're looking at a whole different situation. Peep what I'm telling y'all now. Peep what I'm telling y'all. Right? The state has the toxicology. Ben Crump's team is going to get their toxicology back in a few days. That throat is not going to matter about the toxicology. The toxicology is what's inside of your system. Ben Crump and them waiting on that toxicology. Remember, the state did their autopsy days before Ben Crump. So Ben Crump and them is going to come in a few days, maybe next week. And they're going to have a big idea. Right? So that's why Ben Crump is not saying nobody murdered him. Because Ben Crump is not stupid. He just wants to know the truth. I told you guys this. You're not listening about the throat. Man, sir, you guys are not understanding what I'm saying to you. If Nolan had something in his system that killed him, his throat don't matter. If Nolan had in the toxicology, it is going to show you if he had something that was deadly. Let me give y'all an example. If you, to the brother who said that, if you were to go drink rat poison and fall out, right? But you was by yourself, and when somebody found your body and nobody knew how you died, they just found you dead. You know what they have to do? They would have to go and give you an autopsy and give you a toxicology test, right? The autopsy won't show you died from rat poison, but the toxicology will. So that means everything else won't mean shit because now we found out what caused you to die from the toxicology. The toxicology can rule in or rule out. Peep what I'm saying to y'all. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all this. They need to wait for the toxicology because everybody that's running their mouth, they may all be debunked. And it may have been a whole different reason with a whole different situation with a whole different set of people who may be charged. You just never know. That's why I told everybody they need to sit back and just wait because this one right here is diabolical, boy. And that's why I told everybody they need to wait for the toxicology report. Ben Crump is going to have that back in a few days. Once he get that back, he going to see if Nolan had anything in his system, in his intestines, in his system that killed him. Period. I'm telling y'all this. So that's why I said, and that's why Ben Crump is not saying it's a murder yet. Or if it's an accidental drowning yet. Or if it's a death by another cause yet. Because he don't have the toxicology. Ben Crump want answers because he want to put a big piece of the puzzle back before he get that other piece. And I'm telling y'all this right now. Be prepared for anything. And you won't have to believe the Mississippi people. Because Ben Crump got his own independent autopsy. And the one thing about the autopsy, he got a toxicology too. They can't lie about that. Because Ben Crump and them got the same toxicology coming back. So they can't say, oh, Nolan had this or he didn't have this in his system. And then Ben Crump, nope, because Ben Crump is going to have that same toxicology report come back. Peep game now. So that shit got to be on the up and up. Right? Peep what I'm telling y'all. That's why I told people to be quiet because Tatum, he the type of guy who strikes me as he want everybody to be so wrong so he can come on and reign supreme and talk crazy. See, all them niggas was running around here talking about a murder. See, that's what he want. He want to play King Kong in the end of this. You have to be able to outsmart these Bamas. I'm telling y'all this. That's why I told y'all, a nigga like Tatum, he'll never want to get in the arena with me. He look big to small people. He looks small to me. Like, share, subscribe.
Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.